Cho, is this Cho Roam or EXP?
Wow. Yeah, that's a good question. Just because, again, Belric can be flexed too, so...
Because I feel like if you're going up against Paquito, Paquito is going to be pretty fast. I think it's better to match speed for speed with the Cho, but that's... We haven't seen Cho XP in years now.
It's been a while, yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
Bit different here. Again, he could go crazy and play Paquito there, and we could see a marksman, but... Sorry, excuse me. EXP picked up.
Yeah, this would tell us too, because they wanted to wait and hold on to see where they plant this Paquito, if he's actually going to go in the gold lane for Hiko, or if they're going to go ahead and pick up their XP now. Because that question is still there. Okay, they'll go Sora, so now we know. Sora's going to go XP, and then, of course...
Go Paquito.
And then we have gold lane Paquito.
Wow. Team Spirit, and once again, these teams, they know so much about each other. I mean, seeing the Paquito show up once again, but Hirara being given over, the trades have been great.
They've got that experience, man. They've played so many games already. Again, both teams having to deal with some rough patches in the group stages to make it this far as well. Some crazy games from ONIC just yesterday, and especially after a ridiculous result just earlier. Young Gun Galacticos with an upset win. Could be another. Could be the best MSC ever. It already is up there.
I'm already nervous about it, right? Because every single moment, every single position is going to be taken into account here. You know, we got to put everything underneath that microscope to see where the big plays could be made. Looking at the emblems so far, things are up to standard picks. A lot more tenacities that I'm seeing here, even from Sans and as well as Lutpi, understanding, hey, I can't afford to die like this, especially since we've seen so many games here at MSC end roughly around 11 minutes.
Spin the stomps in the early game, really. If you get that early advantage, the Sky Piercer on Hirara as well. It was a pattern that we saw in the last few matches, even yesterday for Aurora ONIC, that whoever gets the Hirara seems to have an advantage unless there's a Fanny on the other side.
Yeah, and that's the scary part, right? This early phase so far, we're already seeing immediately attack on Sans. And this setup here, at level 2, at level 4 for Kairi, they don't find the kill angle, unfortunately. For the upcoming Turtle, though, it's going to be a little late for Sans as well as Keyboy. We'll see whether or not they give it up. They're most likely going to give it up considering that Team Spirit already running double fighters and Hiko already making his way to proxy the wave.
He's got to be careful, though. Needs to really be very careful. ONIC probably know they can't contest with a neutral objective. They might be able to go for the trade, especially if Hiko tries to cut very early. But thankfully, for Spirit, Hiko sees him, spots him out. Sour Egoist on this neutral objective. Now on the Harley should be free. Just the retry. Keyboy making sure he pops that retry. Nothing is going to be given for free.
And they're making sure that they're at least not wasting time, right? Really good defensive rotation from the side of ONIC, making sure that they're sending Kairi and Keyboy to the top side of the map, denying the proxy and making sure that things are relatively standard for Kelra in his gold lane experience. We know it's just a matter of time until Kelra might make a super play of his own. The real question is, where's First Blood going to happen? We've seen Kimbaba rotate from the bot side. Unfortunately, haven't seen too big of a commitment yet. Oh, wow. Cloud shift here as well.
Yep. Bomba's going to put some pressure down on Lutpi. Wanted to get a flicker at least, but Lutpi knows better than to actually use those resources early. He's going to stay patient with it. Kelra up top, though. It's so well played by Spirit in the draft, though. They ban out the Harriet, the Clint as well. Those are the two heroes that can really deal with the Paquito in lane. And because Team Spirit at red side, oh god, deadly matching. Some more with Sunset Lover as well. But back to the point, because they were red side, ONIC couldn't risk picking up the Moskov just because there could be that Hanabi threat.
That's the thing, that's the thing. Every single time you come into these drafts, there's always that sneak peek on that red side. And so far, I like the way that, you know, Team Spirit have handled themselves, right? A slight evolution, not trying to go beyond what they need to do. They're still checking the boxes, and you can tell that Hiko, this side of the map is his, right? Even Keyboy has to be very respectful of him.
Lutpi didn't use any of the resources earlier. Rapid Giant to be used up now. Shifting skies. Oh, insta flicker. Kid Bomba with First Blood. Now he's getting the fatal links and the flicker combo, locking him down as Bomba can't go for the chain. Lantern Flare right there as he goes to the skies. Sunset Lover puts the thunder right down on Keyboy.
Oh man, once again, Kid Bomba catching ONIC off guard. Wasn't expecting him to be so desperate to chase for someone of Lutpi's caliber, and not to mention even Keyboy trying to disengaging them, forgetting that Kimbamba can just walk back into the fight, one auto attack away from actually triggering that ult once more. Even so, the turtle is going to be up, and by the time the ults come back up for the side of TS, is ONIC going to take first position here to try and drag this out? Do they really want to contest this?
Perfect match, already baited out by Keyboy, just with the G Kundo. Now ONIC holding control despite Team Spirit's early win. Stun coming down now. Shifty skies from Bomba goes in. Look, P doesn't get caught by it. Sour back again. Retreat battle. Rapid Dryad. Good zoning there. And it's going to be the retreat from Kai instantly. They will disengage. Sour trying to look for a trade, but it will not happen.
Tactical defensive plays. And while this is all happening, Kelran just knows, hey, I get a free push here. Hiko, you can do whatever you want. You have the item power spike with a Hunter Strike. Sure, whatever. I will donate this to you, but just give me 5 more minutes. For the rest of the team, at the very least, we see that from Team Spirit's side, being able to kind of contest these neutral objectives is kind of the point. But at the same time, Lutpi is quite the problem with the Wrath of the Dryad. So taking first position may not necessarily be ideal for TS, especially if the flickers are available. Radiant Armor purchase coming in from Kid Bomba. Not to mention penetration boots from Sunset Lover. He's already putting a lot of damage onto Sans, and I like the fact that they're trying to say, you know what? If we can force Sans to use his abilities, and we saw what happened in the previous game with the Sky Piercer, we can't let him get into that position again.
Nope. Definitely going to be against it. Sans, Crimson Beacon in the lift on Sunset, able to flicker out, but Kai follows through with the pick. Did he get Sky Piercer before or after the kill, though? Is the question. As now Kai walks up again. Keyboy goes in with the way to Dragon. It's going to be cancelled out by the Fatal Lace and a flicker out, but a blazing duet from Kelra. Isn't enough to take him down. Kai right there. Kelra gets the last hit. Hiko now with the rotation. Wrath of the Dryad already there. Is Bomba and Sour. Go for the trade out to Kai. He's going to be able to get the dodge away. Bomba right there now, running him down.
Nicely done, and now they need to disengage. I don't think Bomba can get out of this. He's getting gunned down, and Lupi says, you know what, this time I'll let you go. It's chill, it's all good. We got the mid-tier 1. We were able to invade your jungle. We got the money that we were looking for, and I think that's the scary part about this current metagame. How far do you want to reach? How greedy do you think you can be, especially when you start getting to high-stakes games? Because this is some life-changing money on the line if they win the series.
And ONIC did a fantastic job in finally being able to get a win over Spirit. It's been Spirit, the more calculated team, rotating early with the tempo. ONIC now with a conceal for Lutpi and Keyboy. Trying to grab a little bit more of that map pressure.
I don't know, this one's looking a little dangerous. Hiko, he's thinking about this, but at the same time, look at the position of Kid Bomba. He wants to cloud shift somebody.
Let's see it now in the back, trying to zone Kyrie. He just dashes away for now. It's going to be the full chase right now as he goes in twice. I'm talking about Wrath of the Dryad!
It's good, and now Sunset Lover, he gets the turtle!
And now with Bomba in the air, Kyrie locked down, he brings it back, Limpy, straight into tower scores. It's Kai with the rotation back to pick up the kill. 1 for 2 at the end of the day. Sunset going away, he go with the jump in, but he gets punished by Kyrie.
Man, these fighting beats are really uncomfortable to look at because there's so many moments that you see both ONIC and as well as Team Spirit. They walk up, they're looking for a reaction, they're throwing the feints out, and whoever makes that first mistake usually goes down. But let's look at the replay one more time. It was good. Unfortunately for Kelra, he gets locked down by the ball lightning, but in the end, despite missing the cloud shift, that Wrath of the Dryads is such a game changer.
And you gotta give props to Kyrie for playing that fight perfectly, man. Earlier in the start of the fight was Bomba and Sao. Hey, Keyboy feeling it already. That's the vibe you need if you want to make it to the grand finals. Hiko going in again. It's Kai with the iframes dodging away, but now they have information. Sao with a perfect match. Keyboy on the Cho. That's why it's such a good pick against this Atlas.
And both sides trying to draw the line in the sand, but it keeps getting wiped away, and they keep pushing it forward and pulling it backwards constantly. But now it's about item power spikes. At this stage, let's pull up the items just real quick here. At 8 minutes, where exactly is Kelra currently at? Because Hiko, he's already unlocked from this lane. They've got 2 towers, top and bottom side. They can start invading the jungle pretty heftily. Ideally, if they can get rid of mid-tier 1, that'll be more optimal. But even so, the coverage from ONIC, they're like, yes, Kelra, invest more, wait until the stocks get big before we sell out.
You get to see the fans here, the Sonics in the building. Also the Spirit fans who are really just trying to go band for band with those chant battles. But yeah, I'd love to see those items as well for ONIC. Let's take a look at it. DHS Rush. He's going to go for the Golden Staff next, and it's just a component for Corrosion Scythe. So he wants to be active early.
He does. But on the opposite end, at least we know, with at least 200 gold difference between the gold laners at the very least, just the cost efficiency of the fighters. Already 2 items down in the bank. And with Lord already spawning here, I'm trying to figure out what's the best angle, because Sans has that Purify. I'm thinking whether they can punish Keyboy, but at the same time, Kyrie has been playing it so nicely with those iframes. They've got to figure out something that makes him bite. It can't just be the Lord here. Zara might be able to bait it, but at the same time, This is a huge problem if Keyboy gets a good kick on him. Nobody on the side of TS has a Purify.
And that move by Kelra as well, the poke over to Bomba, the fact that he chased even forward and Bomba popped the regen. So he's going to have to recall back to base. ONIC now have tempo around this. Bottom lane is good for TS. The ball lightning comes around for Keyboy. Hiko deals with the wave in the top lane, but the mid wave has been pushed in by ONIC, so it's just a battle of prio around these lanes.
This is tactical. This is really, really tactical. And TS, they don't mind dragging this out.
No one saw that ball lightning.
It's all good, but I don't think it's over just yet. It's almost trying to force it.
Now with the shifting skies as well. Sans popping up Crimson Beacon early. It's going to be him. Over the skies away. The dragon for Keyboy. Ball lightning stops it down. Sawo with the fatal links on two. Now it's him backing away. Sour Ego is now with the point with the deadly magic over on Sans as Kyrie waits for a position. Keyboy. Very risky game that he's playing. And Bomba walks back up.
I think they've been chunked out too hard here, but Kelra, he might be the difference. Ball lightning connects. Are they going to full combo him? No. Doesn't have the ult.
He's so low, just a little bit more. The Lord doesn't get the last swing of the Trident. He going out with a jump on Lutpi. No Wrath of the Trident available now with the ball lightning. Sour wins up the right team battle, but Kelra dives into the blazing duet out. Sunset has the BMI. Team Spirit want to chase.
They want to go for further. Keyboy's trying his best. Immediately into Thunderform, kicks him away, and Hiko catches one. Can they get a second one though? Nah, it looks like it's just going to be purple here.
That's it. What a crazy fight. A crazy sequence of events.
Man, this is really an RTS. It turned away from a moment to an RTS so quickly in these couple of moments. Lucky for Sawo that the Lord decided to go into his animation to knock people up, because if not, he would have been blasted there. Kelra had the right idea. You know, Sunset Lover already used the ball lightning. They were trying to punish him real hard. He still has that flicker, and that's the beauty of it. If he had Purify, okay, sure, I guess he's dead there, but so far, things isn't just trying to, like, if he can one-shot somebody, sure, but he can also play a very Peel style, right? He can get in and out of fights more reliably. He can actually go down to 50% of his HP, walk up to a wave, heal back to full, and then come right back into the fight. The cooldowns are so important, and not to mention, they are going to make sure that they fight for a long time, because Sans, he would love to drag out these fights.
Holy Shield already down. Deadly Magic onto Sans. They're trying to really bait out those Crimson Beacons. Lutpi gonna be caught now. It's thrown back. Rather try it, but it's too far away from the rest of the team. It has to be Lutpi taken low, taken out by Hiko.
Really nice, and now they're gonna keep on going forward for this, but I don't think they want to dive even further. They use all of their ults just to get Lutpi, and they still haven't cracked open the inhibitor, which is totally fine. But now we're seeing the major interactions here. Kid Bomba recognizes, you can Wrath the Dryad all you want, as long as I am in that cloud form, casting abilities without any hesitation, there's not gonna be a moment for you to lock me down.
Oh, this time they get the Crimson Beacon. Sawo with a perfect match now knows there's a man advantage that they want to capitalize on. That's a base turret with the First Lord with fighter side lanes.
And ONIC, they decided, you know what? We'll give it to them. It's not the long lane. The Lord is still spawning on that top side. So this is just something that we're going to have to manage. And especially in teams of this caliber, managing the lane ain't that hard. But then comes the problem later in the game. Their wave clear is not that great. It's only Kyrie and really Kelra who can clear these waves, but even Kyrie is starting to reach his cap on how much damage he can do, because a lot of his damage is directly tied to his levels.
Now it's back to that slow game. It's all about building these waves. And again, Spirit have been the ones with the advantage when it comes to dealing with the waves in the side lane, just mainly because of that 1v1. Kelra, he's gonna have to wait for the Wind of Nature, and even then, I don't think he's comfortable playing in that side lane, right? Even if he gets the Wind of Nature, just because Hiko on the QC on the War Axe is going to get the Queen's Wings as well, and the Flicker, it'll be more worth for Hiko to bait that Wind of Nature over just, again, a fight from Kelra.
Which makes me wonder whether or not Hiko is going to go and start getting himself a Malefic Roar or straight into the Queen's Wings. Considering that he's got the War Axe, I would only assume that it's going to be the Queen's Wings after, but that's, you know, a very EXP style of playing it. We'll see what options he has in a bit, because Conceal's already out and Sawo's opening up the Tri-Brush.
Keyboy doing a good job again, just holding that wave, but now it's the EECA special, baby. It's that Lord Dance in the bottom lane, playing it as slow as they possibly can.
Oh, Deadly Magic's already on Sans, but Sans very calm. He's not going to react, not yet. Not until he sees Sawo do something crazy here, because TS, they're willing to start. Oh!
Whoa, Sunset able to flicker out of the Wrath of the Dryad. Now it's Keyboy locked down with the Frozen. And the perfect match instantly goes! Sawo with the perfect Sawo! with a fatal links as Kelra pops the blazing weapon. He's gonna get bursted down by the deadly magic. And now it's Sans with a lantern flare.
And now they disengage. Finally, a moment to breathe at the very least. Kid Bomba, he doesn't mind dying there, but he wished that he got somebody other than just Keyboy. Now, ONIC instantly going to take priority and first move on this Lord. What is Team Spirit going to do? Because we're seeing the flank coming in from Zara. Opens up the tri-brush. They know it's safe, and Hiko, he's pulling attention to himself. This is great.
That wave bot wasn't set up perfectly by Spirit, and now it's going to be building back for ONIC. Slow pushing towards Spirit. So it's a win for ONIC for now. But they have Keyboy down. That means Spirit have the man advantage for a while as Bomba spawns.
I think ONIC recognized that TS, they can't blitz this down as quick as they want to, so they can actually maintain this tempo. It's getting really dangerous because now that Kid Bomba is going to start showing himself. This is where ONIC needs to take advantage of the scenario. Well, same time as well, that top side is shoving in pretty hard. Hopefully it doesn't mess up their mid wave as well.
Probably will. They're going to have to send members down there, and that means it's free for Zaur to clear out the mid wave. Now, it's Bomba who set up the wave in the bottom lane and a good spot for it to build back in favor of Spirit.
So they've got like roughly a minute or two to work with here. TS has set it up nice. Let's see who gets it.
Saw with the jump now. They know he has no Purify, but Hiko's going to be taken very low already. Lippy going to be chunked down as well. Shifting skies from Bomba, trying to lock them down already. Now it's Zaur and Kyrie going to go for the Red Tree battles. Deadly Magic will land on Kelra. Bomba's right there. Ball lightning, and it's Bomba with the jump. Zaur with Retribution.
Beautiful play, and they're going to go further than this. Kyrie does not get the Lord this time, but at the very least, they are able to trade upwards. Man, Kid Bomba really wanted to deny Kyrie of that Retribution and was willing to die for it.
But is it worth another 2 Sky Piercer stacks? Zaur with a jump, Deadly Magic! Kyrie needs to time this, but I think he's good anyways, right? Just gotta be careful of that Lightning Truncheon proc.
Yeah, no, it's so safe. I really love the fact that, you know, once you get to a certain point with Hirara, you're like 3 seconds, okay, perfectly fine. Double iframes if necessary. I can wait for my combo points to actually come back up. As long as nobody threatens me in the meantime to force him out, generally will survive. Now let's look at the items one more time because we're seeing max build already from Hiko. And yes, he did opt to go for his third item to be the Queen's Wings on top of getting a Malefic Roar at the end, so he has that real 1-2 punch for Kelra if he doesn't build that Winds of Nature soon.
Doesn't seem like he is gonna build the Wind of Nature. He wants to gamble it, man. This is the guy who went Brody against a Belric, all right? It's all good. He can react to things, and that's what he's leaning on. He's leaning on his own skills, the drills that LaFell was talking about as well, pointing out to Kelra, who's just been practicing all around to deal with damage, to deal with setting tools.
Hey, speaking of damage and dealing with setting tools, Sans also getting himself a Radiant Armor here to make sure he doesn't die to Zaur. So now he's not exactly the most optimal target, and Zaur has to rethink who he's going to be jumping on. I would like to say Keyboy, but like half the time, those kicks really is more for disruption than it is for a big set, considering that both sides have some big haymakers ready to unleash. And I think Zaur's been playing like a really good game with the way that he's going in and out and trading the aggro. Very similar to an MMORPG raid. You have your tanks, they gotta cycle the damage between each other to make sure that everybody stays healthy.
Uh-oh. Keyboy has a Shanpu. The Deadly Magic will actually bait it out now as Keyboy gets the Jikudo. Now the Shanpu gets Sawa with the Fatal Links, able to catch 2, but Keyboy will get the way of the Dragon to disengage for now. Hiko staying busy while that happened. Pushing in the mid wave, getting a bit more damage onto that base turret.
And I like the fact that Zaur, especially when there's technically nothing to fight for, he's willing to just throw the deadly magic at you. Just like, yeah, I need to get something, I need to get a reaction, and as long as that reaction actually happens, it's fine. My ult's gonna come back up in less than 30 seconds. Arguably, wait, where is he, level 15 already? Yeah, about 26 seconds, no problem.
That flicker though, well, long cooldown on Keyboy. And that's really the only engage tool, right?
Yeah.
Lippy here, more on that reactive. Oh no, did they read out Keyboy's movement? I think they did. No flicker, Keyboy. How are you gonna run away from this one, buddy? That's a ball lightning. The Thunder's Wrath as well. Keyboy gonna be taken out by Zaur as Bomba walks up and they don't use any crucial resources. It's just the Deadly Magic.
Now more than ever, the meta demands you perfection from not only your rotations, but your positioning as well, and reading your opponent. So far, the score is 8-8, but the 2.2k lead on the side of Team Spirit is starting to make me nervous here. Kelra's at a point where he does real damage, but it's so hard for him to walk into the fight for that big blazing duet.
Sawa again zoning in the backline, now jumping on Sans, trying to bait out Crimson Beacon or a Purify. Sawa flicker the Fatal Links, Purify out from both already. Kid Bomba with a layer, brings it back into the knockout strike. Kelra, Immortality already down.
It's why they were going for it, and Champion says already gets Kelra. They want to get a little bit more, but at least we Kid Bomba, he survives as Kyrie is next to fall. I thought that was going to be an instantaneous fight, but even for the side of ONIC, they're willing to expand resources to make sure they can buy a little bit more time.
It's the layer. You purify out of the Fatal Links, then it's Bomba with the Sora, and now they're knocking on the base. Zara with the deadly magic on Keyboy. Sawa walks up on Sans with no Purify. Base wide open, Team Spirit. Secure game number 1.
All right, that's